Good evening, family. Once again, you are tuned in to Twid Radio. Of course, family, I got my brother from another mother, Lavelle Carter.
What with it, family? What up with it?
Okay, family, let's get right into it. We're not going to hold you long, as always, but we are going to be discussing Black issues, because what's important in the Black community is just that, Black communities. But Lavelle, man, I want to check out this video, brother. And once again, our people are in their community, and in their community, you got outsiders, foreigners disrespecting us. It's nothing new, but in 2026, there should be some type of pushback. But let's check this video out. It's sad to say the least.
We finna go in here and see. Let's do it right, y'all. We ain't gonna get no attitude with the folks or nothing. Scream, how you doing? They say you won't take their change. They wanna buy something and they say you won't take the change.
Yes, sir.
Now, how you can't take the change and they spending money? How you can't take the change and they spending money?
I can't do that, sir,
Because of what?
I have lots of things. I can't take it much change.
You can't take change. When I spend money, you're gonna give me change, right? If I spend $20 and you give me $15 and some change back, you can call them. They'll love to call, and I'm gonna make sure you're legal too when they get here.
Yeah.
So,
okay, I want to stop right there. But brother, did you see how quickly she said, "I'm gonna call the cops"?
Yeah, I seen how fast she said she was gonna call the cop. See, that's the thing with these foreigners have understood and adopted the idea that I can get you killed by calling the police. The police is not your friend. And I did see this video too, brother. You know.
Okay, good.
So I'm aware of what's going on.
So she's adopted the philosophy and the mindset of the white dominant society, which is, if things don't go our way, Black man, Black woman, we're going to call the enforcer.
Right.
See, they've gotten over here and they've understood the enforcer to the Black man and Black woman in the Black community is the white police. Let's finish checking it out.
Yes, sir.
So go call them. We're gonna ride this out. Go call them, baby. Yeah. Go call them. Are you ready?
Look. She said,
Young man trying to spend his change, say that he was hungry, so I give him $20 worth of change. He come in here to try to eat, and the lady reject him, says she's not. You say, what, young man? So she'll sell you a bag of chips for some change, but she won't take your money for no change.
that's what she said.
Okay. Well, you see, you can call the cops all you want to. Let's see what they have to say when they get here. Y'all don't.
My brother, you see how disrespectful that is?
Yeah, she wouldn't even come from back there, you know, from the counter, from behind her and come to the counter. She was ignoring them. I mean, the whole nonchalantness of the whole situation. But once again, I blame this on us for allowing the Democrat Party to instill in us that we have some type of camaraderie, or we have this fake coalition with immigrants.
I agree, because the whole basis for the Democratic Party now is immigration. And when immigrants get over here, they ain't going into the Jewish community. They're not going into the white community. They're coming into our community. And when they come into our community, guess what? This is what happens. No, Black man, you can't buy a sandwich to feed yourself, even though you have quarters, but just go buy them chips. Straight up treating us like.
Yeah, they coming with hostility and an anti-Black mindset. You got to realize the culture that she comes from. She's an East Indian. They already practice anti-Black racism in their country. The darker shade of Indians, they call the untouchable. So this mindset has transitioned over into America.
Yeah.
My man just told me he was hungry. I gave him $20 worth of change. He wouldn't even take his change. Them all quarters. Y'all see it? I had the change laying around in my truck. And the young man came back over there. I'm thinking he trying to get over on me. So I'm saying, where your food at, young man? He holler out, man, they won't take my money. Well, let's go over here and see why they won't take your money.
That's it. But this is what I like about all of this. I like the fact that the brother, you know what I'm saying, got so upset. And that's the thing, bro. We got to get to the point to where we're so upset at our treatment towards these people that we do this. We've got to go from filming to literally shutting these people down, bro.
Absolutely.
There's
You
no
know, we got to stop doing the apology thing. Now we just want the whole business shut down.
Yeah, simple as that. Go back where you come from, or let the people that you make a living off of, let it be your people.
Yes, sir.
Let's see your people come in here and treat you so that you can sustain a way of living off of whatever it is you sell it.
Exactly. And at the bare minimum, you have to fire her and get more people from that community, because I'm pretty sure she doesn't stay in that community. She just extract dollars from that community. This is a testament to us, and it goes back to last week with Dr. Candace Matthews and the brother Cornell X going to confront white supremacy, because she is most definitely exemplifying white supremacy.
Oh yeah.
Get the game twisted, because she is considered a white East Indian. That's on her background. So she has aligned herself with whiteness without a shadow of doubt contradiction. So this is what our people have to understand something, man. We're gonna say this. Me and you both said. Dr. John Henry Clark told us we have no friends. We got to get off this type of thing and saying all us against white supremacy. No, it's all us against everybody who align themselves with white supremacy.
Exactly. Because the Democrats would have you think, or have us think, that it's just a black-white issue. No, it's really, as Tupac said, I think I stated this last week, we are against all odds. That's everybody, because they understand when they come over here in the United States, to make it, you need to make it off of the black oppressed people, because we're the generator. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing: they understand when we come over, when we come over here, we don't want to make no waves because they can send us back. So right. for us to be over here in peace, we gotta identify and treat their enemies, talking about white people, their enemies as our enemies.
Exactly.
Which is black people.
Exactly. And that's a game that they all pick up from the jump. It goes all the way to not to take the conversation off of the East Indian, but you have Ethiopians, things like that. They consider themselves as dark-skinned Caucasians. How insane is that? Some of them have a melanin that's darker than you and I, and they call themselves dark-skinned Caucasian. So it's a mindset, you know what I'm saying? It's a status. See, we've already been picked to be the status that are supposed to be the stepping stools, and supposed to be shunned, supposed to be outcast, supposed to be mistreated. That's why you call the police as if, let us get up out of here. They're gonna come and harm us. See, those are the images in the mind. Those are the images that have been displayed to them. Man, they get killed by police officers. The police officers are come and deal with them. You know. And this is why a hate crime bill is needed, because that was discriminating. You know what I'm saying? That was we should be able to pull charges up on people who refuse to serve us. I would be looking next to for that young man. See, this is why black attorneys supposed to come in. Somebody
I agree.
That young man and getting a little free little lawsuit, and they have to set out of court. He was discriminated against. Why? Because we only they know. All we know is that she refused to serve him. He had money, and she said she wasn't serving him. So we want to file a discrimination lawsuit.
Just like that. And follow it up, like you said, you know what I'm saying, as a community, by saying, hey, you know what? We don't want to shop here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I want to segue into this foolish man right here, Wesley Hunt. But you familiar with him, right?
Yes, sir. Representing her in the state of Texas.
Yeah, well, let's hear him out.
Yeah. What do you make of that? there's been a lot of talk how there won't be any Black Republican members in the new term.
Yeah.
Now they're asking him about the 3 or 4 different Black Republicans that are about to lose their seat, resign, or whatever the case may be, but they're no longer going to be there. So let's see what he's about to say.
Yeah, what do you make of that?
Nothing. I don't understand how that's relevant.
Is there a problem with like recruitment, or
I don't think it's a problem with anything. I'm not here because I'm Black. I am here because I'm qualified representative for Congressional District 38, and the American people choose who they want to choose.
Yeah.
And the one thing I don't want to get into is this game of race bait all day, every day. If there's 4, if there's 10, if there's none, what we are talking about is who is the best person.
Now, the white guy who's asking him the question, all he said was, "What do you think about your constituents, your Black constituents?" Even the white boy is trying to ask, how does he feel knowing that 3 of, your Black constituents are no longer going to be here? Because see, the white boy identifies that, hey, we as a people, white people, we understand that we would have an issue if none of us was going to be here. So how do you feel knowing as a Black man that it's only going to be you? And he responds by saying, nothing.
Well, when you are trying to align yourself as close to whiteness as possible, you have a white wife and all this type of good stuff, man. Of course, we can expect Sambo to say things like that. It's not surprising, man. When you're so invested into upholding white supremacy, it makes you look like a hypocrite, and it contradicts everything that you say you believe and stand for. So even through the nonsense, he still got the uphold nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. He don't even believe what he's saying, but he's so invested in it. It'll contradict everything that he said he believed in.
Well, like I said, you got a white wife. You know what I'm saying? And people act like that doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Listen, if you got a Black wife, it matters what Black wife you sleep with. You know what I'm saying? So even if you have a white wife, it doesn't matter who you sleeping with. It matters at the end of the day. He's saying, or people like to think it doesn't matter. But anyway, let's finish because it gets worse. Let's finish hearing what you got to say.
That is best qualified to fill a seat regardless of the way that they look. And I tell people this all the time till I'm blue in the face. I represent a white majority district that President Trump would have won.
Now you hear that? He said, I represent a white majority district.
Right.
Now my whole thing is this. You can't even get Black people, I'm talking Democrats primarily, you can't even get Black people, Democrats, elected officials to say, hey, I represent a predominantly Black district. And this is who I'm going, this is who I'm going to ensure that I give them what they want. We won't even say that. Now, don't get me wrong. He's a turncoat. He's a Judas. That's fine. But at least he's doing exactly what the white boy Republicans are doing. They're saying, hey, I serve my base.
Right. I will give him that. He let you know who he served, a predominantly white base. That's who put him in office. He's serving who elected him. And that's the problem I have with the Democrat Party. You won't even say the word Black. You won't even acknowledge who's responsible for keeping you in office and pushing you over the threshold for those elections. After you get a victory, it's we done. It's the minorities, people.
Exactly.
All this type of stuff.
Exactly.
So I will give him that. He acknowledged who he serves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey.
By over 20 points, and I won by 25 points the last time I ran. I'm being judged not by the color of my skin, but by the content of my character. I don't care how many Black people are here. I want the most qualified people that are here.
And
thank you.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
There you go. The brother said, I don't care how many Black people are here, just so I'm here. And I can understand that, like I said, because he's married to a white woman. So his allegiance is to white people. I get that, and I ain't even knocking it, because once you're gone mentally, you're gone mentally.
I'm gonna say something too, Twid. I don't care how many black people in Washington either if they're not gonna represent me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
if you're not gonna represent me, get your ass. Look, man. I know when my auntie had me in the choir, right? I would just sit up there. I would never sing. You know, I would just sit up there in the choir, and I used to embarrass my auntie. And then one day she just told me, "Come on down here and sit down with me." That's why I met with the Congressional Black Caucus. Come on down here and sit down with me. Y'all not singing for us.
You ain't singing for us. You ain't dancing for us. You ain't shouting for us. You're not doing anything for us.
You think that, why you think he won by 25%? Because he's singing for his white district. Man, they said, boy, you know what they understand? They understand he's going to be a louder voice than a white politician would for it, because he want to prove that he deserved that spot.
Yeah.
And it makes both of them look good. I served you, and see, we elected you. We didn't elect you based off of race. We elect you because we know you are going to get the job done. You know,
we can, as a black man, we can trust that you're not going to do anything for black people.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And when they know as a black elected official that they don't have to worry about you stabbing them in the back by trying to write policies and ingest policies to do anything for the black community, say, man, you'll be there as long as James Clyburn. See how long he's been in office?
Yeah,
because they know.
You know, I would love to get behind the brother Marcel Dixon to get him out of the seat, and that's why, you know, that whole gerrymandering thing. That's why he's been able to stay in power so long, because he got a predominant black district. He don't have to work hard. I think that was a good thing with the redistricting. Now these politicians actually have to work for our votes. Ain't no more automatic walk-in wins. You know, and it allows the Republicans, it allows both parties to pitch to us and ask us and tell us why we should vote for them. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't pitch yourself to me, I'm not voting for you, just like I wouldn't vote for a Democrat.
Exactly.
You know? So it's not a bad thing. It just means you have to work now. They mad because they have to work.
Yeah. Which is, I want to segue into this video. But once again, it's talking about the Civil Rights Act, because black people are stirred up. You know what I'm saying? They got black people thinking that they really lost something due to this civil rights bill being, you know, kind of, I guess, gutted.
Well, let's go and get into it, because we're going to break this thing all the way down.
Yeah.
Act is dead. 6 votes. Done. I need y'all to understand what that law was. It wasn't a policy preference. It wasn't a compromise somebody haggled out in a conference room. People bled for it, on camera, in front of the whole country. And it passed because something snapped. That's the law they killed today. And I swear, if one more person comes in here with a stay peaceful, trust the process speech, let me tell you all about the process. The March on Washington worked because JFK was watching what was going on the other side and doing the math. The Civil Rights Act passed because Birmingham burned. The Fair Housing Act got signed 4 days after Dr. King was murdered and dozens of American cities were on fire. Every single major civil rights law in this country has a rebellion in its footnotes. Everyone. Power didn't move because it was asked nicely. It moved because it was scared of what happened if it didn't. The moderate ask only gets heard when power is...
Now, we're almost to the end of the video, but I want us to see, so far, she's talking about the work, the effort, the blood and sweat that our people, Black Americans, putting in, right?
Absolutely.
She ain't said nothing about no other group, right?
Absolutely not.
This is okay. So I just want to, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and put that out there.
Scared of what's standing right behind it. They cut that part out of the textbooks, gave you the dream speech, and left out the part where he said a riot is the language of the unheard. And here's the part people forget, or maybe never knew. Everything came from that movement. Everything. You're a woman with a credit card in your own name, that movement. You use a wheelchair ramp, that movement. You're an immigrant with legal protections, that movement. You're gay and your relationship has any legal standing at all, that movement. The Black civil rights movement didn't just free Black people.
So Did you catch that?
Yeah.
So far, our blood, sweat, and tears. Now she's listing what is done and who is done, what is done for, and she didn't even start with what it did for us. She started with women with credit cards. Oh, so that's what we was doing this for. Then she started with homeless. What was the next one?
The wheelchair, the crippled or whatever, the gay, the immigrant, and then the immigrants,
Yeah. So I'm gonna finish it, but so far we have yet to see the impact that all of this did for our people.
Come on now.
And see, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about, wait a minute, you concerned about this Civil Rights Act being gutted, but so far she's putting down things that didn't even benefit the people who fought for it.
Come on now.
Let's finish it up.
It cracked the whole system open, and every single minority group in this country walked through that door. And today, 6 justices decided to start closing it back up. You stripped the VRA. You gerrymandered the maps. You packed the court. You did everything you could to make the vote not count. And now you want the people you did it to respond politely? Open that history book back up. Not the chapter they assigned you. The whole thing.
Okay, well, if that's the case, now she just said clearly that you're gutting this policy, and you're gutting it based on the people that she just named, and that's who it's affecting. So that's telling me the Civil Rights Act didn't even help Black people, and the ones who are getting upset are the ones who it really helped.
They got to stop with this gerrymandering thing. We just seen in California, y'all just gerrymandered some more. Y'all already dominate the Democrats. Y'all just gerrymandered in California.
Man, these people
literally gerrymandered in California. What are you talking about? See, I don't like all this little girth stuff, man, that they be doing. It's okay if we do it, but it's a problem if you do it, you know.
Exactly.
Different. No, it's not. You know,
exactly.
My thing is, what rights are we losing? Because I'm gonna still be able to go vote. I went and vote the other week for some propositions.
You have any problem with it?
My father works at the polls, man. I've never had a problem ever.
None.
Them people are so nice to me and telling me, do you have your ID? And here you pick your card out, and then I go over here and say pick that machine or that machine, and I do my business and I leave up out of there. It's
no problem.
There's nobody's giving me mean stares and telling me I have to guess how many soap bubbles in the bottle and.
So
they told us it's Jim Crow 2.0. You know how they say, man. Hey, rolling up rights back. I'm still trying to find out what rights have been rolled back. Because now we have the opportunity to hear from both sides, because for so long the Democrat Party has taken our votes for granted. It got to the point like, hush, Nick Rowe, we over here talking to the immigrants. And we hopefully we can replace your vote too with the immigrants, you know.
Well, and that's what they've tried to do. Remember, even when Biden was in office, when they let 8, 9, 10,000 illegal immigrants in, they were betting that they could get these people legalized to get a vote. And that didn't work. Why? Because Black people who are naturalized citizens, who are natural citizens from the soil, guess what? We just said, hey, you know what? Since you're not gonna give us no tangibles, screw you.
I would like Democrats and Democrat puppeteers like Roland Martin to look me in my face and tell me how this is a bad thing to me. And if you tell me that well, now it's possible that you're not going to have representation in Washington, I would have asked them when the last time I had representation.
Well, see, what Roland is talking about is, in terms of representation, a Black face.
I'm gonna have to go to the clip where we was talking to the Republican guy. Man, I don't give a damn about no Black faces if they're not representing me in the manner that I need them to. You know, if you cannot say foundational Black American / Freeman, we're introducing a bill that would highly impact Freeman in a positive manner. Because show me a bill that y'all passed or written or co-authored or presented to the committee to go to the House that empowers foundation of Black Americans. We're tired of hearing about these government programs. We're tired about losing Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, hood housing. Man, that's not empowering. Those are crippling programs. And we break down those programs. We get the least of those programs. White people get 43% of all government programs, Hispanics 26%, Black people get 23%, and Asians get 7%. I do the numbers, and if I'm lying, I'm goddamn flying, man. So
yeah,
what are we getting that no one else is already getting?
And it's not even fair because, like she stated in the video, all of what the immigrants are getting, they got because of Black people. See, there was no coalition of people fighting with us, marching with us on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. You might have had a few sprinkle of white people, but you know what I'm saying? Those white people didn't even get touched. So the masses and the majority of us, we did it so that what? They could now come usurp our position and tell us, come into our neighborhoods and say, well, you got to have dollars to buy you a sandwich. I don't accept quarters. Ho, are you crazy? You're in my neighborhood. You're in my neighborhood telling me that I can't buy something, even though I have the enough change, still money, even though I have enough change to buy it. You know what I'm saying? You as an immigrant are going to tell me I don't qualify to buy? Because
man, we're in danger class of people who are constantly being discriminated towards. And we need a protection bill.
Yeah.
We need a protection. We need a bill that protects open discrimination. Asians had it. Got it, should I say?
Yeah,
we need a bill that would make that a crime for what she done to us. That's open discrimination.
Here's a slap in the face. Didn't they get that anti-Asian hate bill under Obama?
They got it under Biden in 2021, and this is what's so crazy about it. And February 24, 2021, we introduced the George Floyd Justice and Police Act. And then the very next month, March the 23rd, 2021, we introduced the Asian hate crime bill. And by May, the Asian hate crime bill was signed into law. And guess what? George Floyd Justice and Police Act bill is that. Still sitting in the goddamn in Congress.
Wow. See what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like, and then the Democrats will make some type of excuse as to why that is. Well, if it's going to be something that the Republicans aren't doing or is doing as to why that happened. This is why we were able to push the Asian bill, and this is why we weren't able, because it's a fault of the Democrats.
They had, and there was zero excuses for this.
Exactly.
At the time, Biden had the House and the Senate. And guess who was the tiebreaker? Your girl Kamala Harris. She was the tiebreaker. And all this, they could have passed that bill. And all this filibuster. I had people say, well, they were going to filibuster. Well, you filibuster also with the Asian hate crime bill. Say, hey, we introduced the George Floyd Justice and Police Act bill a month before we did the Asian hate crime bill. If we can't figure out how we're going to filibuster, we're not voting on this bill at all. We're not voting on anything until we get some type of resolution, or we can be somewhere in the middle with this George Floyd Justice and Police Act bill.
If we don't get ours, they don't get theirs.
Come on now.
Because it is past due, you know what I'm saying, that Black foundational Americans, who she just admitted on that video, are the reasons why all these other groups are being able to come over here, you know what I'm saying, and get, jobs and get money. We're the reason why that happened. For those same people to come over here and treat us, you know what I'm saying, or our children. Think about Houston, the Hispanic girl that called the elder Black man. No, not the police. At the chicken place.
Okay. Oh, Philip and Cornell had to come up and call the N word.
Yeah, that's one of our elders. So you got these, you know what I'm saying, these people, I call them trash, because if you're going to treat my people like trash, I call you trash. We got these trash-minded people coming over here, these immigrants, because of our hard work, sweat, and labor, you know what I'm saying, and they treating us like we're their enemies, but in our neighborhoods.
Have you noticed the pattern? They just recently had to go into a convenience store because the clerk had took a picture and video of a young boy using the restroom, and that's, you notice all these problems are coming from immigrants.
Yeah.
And I just watched a video with Dr. Candace Matthews. She called them out. I should have sent it to her. She said, "What Democrat Party? Where y'all was at when I was out there in front of the police station? I want what the Hispanic groups. We had one. Did you see a video? She went out. I commented because I was kind of mad at Dr. Candace at first, because she kind of gave the Hispanic community a little leeway and said that this is not reflected of the whole community. You don't have the right to say what's reflected in them. They have to come out and prove that.
Exactly.
To them. You know, and I put that in a post with her. I was when I commented on us, you know, telling her, keep up the good work, whatever. But don't try to get a Hispanic Latino community. If no group has come out as a collective and whole to say this is not representative of us, we have to assume that they agree with Ashley Gonzalez.
Yeah, I agree, because I haven't heard any of the Hispanic people, any of the podcasts or anything make any official statement on the matter. You know what I'm saying? It's as if they said, well, that's her. Oh well. But when it's us, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? Kyrie had to do an apology tour for a link. For a link.
Come on now.
No words. He had to do an apology tour for a link.
It's not even anything. The problem should have been with Amazon. Exactly. It should have been with Jeff Bezos. He allowed this on his platform. But I'm smacking you for exposing something that we allow on this platform.
Well, here's the thing. They know, and unfortunately, they know it's easier to hold the Black community accountable. It's easy because the Black community aren't going to speak up for themselves. They're just not. And that's the problem that we have amongst ourselves is we won't tell these devils you're a devil. We won't tell these devils you're a white racist, an Indian racist, you know what I'm saying, a Jewish racist, you know what I'm saying, a Italian racist, all these nations of people, you know what I'm saying, that degrade us, that lie on us, that act like, you know what I'm saying, we're pretty much worthless. We need to tell them who they are, and we need to do it in public.
And this is something we're going to have to do, Twid, also. Black people that are riders for us, we're going to have to be more locked and step with these people when they make certain stands. Even though us on the grassroots, we came out and protected the brother, but we need more people to come out. Actually, it should have been more Black people in the NBA saying, if he ain't playing, I ain't playing. We're not out to publicly chastise this brother and for something that he didn't make the film. All he did was share the link. He don't owe anyone an apology. Anything, Amazon owed the Jewish community an apology if they found it offensive. You found it that I shared the link. You said, yeah, you shouldn't have shared the link. No, you shouldn't have even had it on this platform if it was that offensive. See, we're allowing people to get away with too much. That cowardly spirit, brother, that has to cease, man.
Say that again.
That cowardly spirit, it has to cease.
Go ahead. It's good you said that because that's going to segue into the last and final conversation, which is Black men being a cancer, heterosexual Black men being a cancer in the Black community.
I know what you're gonna play, brother.
You ready to get into it? Let's get into it. And this is, oh man,
it's unbelievable. There's really no words for it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has now come to the time that we have a conversation. I've been saying for years on this show that Black men need to have a conversation, Black men alone. We have got to figure out what is going on with us. This is not something that Black women can help us with. This conversation does not include Black women. Black women, stand down and stand to the side. Black men need to have a kumbaya amongst themselves, and I'm going to niche this out a little more. And it's heterosexual Black men. I'm going to catch a lot of flack for this, but I'm going to say it out loud. Straight black men are the cancer of the black community. That's where it starts and that's where it stops. Ladies, I'm here to tell y'all something. All this shit that y'all got going on, some of y'all, not all of y'all, with the gays and with the trans, let it go. Your issue is not a trans woman. Your issue is not a punk or not a sissy. Your issue is all of our issue. Straight black men.
Okay, so this brother right here is saying that me and you, I'm a family man. I'm married. I got kids. You're a family man. You married. You got kids, right?
Absolutely.
This man declares that the problem with the black community is men like me and you that like women who like to get married, have kids, so that we can benefit and leave a legacy on earth. He's saying we're the problem.
And this has been a problem. This is the problem that we're having right now. Is that we've allowed people like him who has not even accepted what God made him, we've given them too much of a voice and a platform. You know what I'm saying? The problem with him, man, you're participating in a form of genocide, soft genocide, because you have elected not to reproduce. You know, you are the problem, sir. You know, you're the problem because you come from a community that has a high rate in HIV, and a lot of y'all dibbling and dabbling going to mess with these women. So, you know, we can't take people like this serious, man. What's dangerous is our women have helped platform men like this, and you know, and they don't love themselves. They don't love women, and they hate straight black men. These people are anti-black.
When you see a picture like this, my brother, our women, knowing that it's wrong, guess what they'll do under the comments? They will say beautiful. They will give it hearts. They will co-sign this abomination as if it's not an abomination.
Yeah, and as we're all the good man at, y'all help celebrate y'all help promote men. See, if this type of stuff got shunned and women display their disgustingness, this type of stuff would never even be highlighted. It'll have to go back into the dark, into the closet where it belongs. But you know, this is the result of the sisters, man. Because us as heterosexual black men, I guess I am your problem, because I would never promote that type of lifestyle, sir. I am your problem. I take that.
I'm your problem. Yeah. We're your problem, but we're also your answer. Yeah. Just if because we're not gonna let up. We're not, as a heterosexual man, gonna say that, you know what I'm saying, I don't have no comment on this. I gotta talk about it. I gotta call it wrong. I'm not, as a heterosexual black man who likes women, I can't see this right here and say, well, I don't see nothing wrong with it. If you a heterosexual man and you see this picture, a heterosexual man, you see this picture and you tell me that you don't see nothing wrong with it, in my opinion, by all accounts, I can't classify you as a heterosexual.
You know what that sissy that was talking with us said? Well, they could be out here spreading, because they like to say the heterosexual black man is the one spreading HIV. They could be out here spreading HIV, having 4 or 5 baby mamas, gang banging. That would be his argument. But you know, come on,
hey, but the man that's talking, this is what he likes to do.
Come on now.
This is what he likes to do. So I'm trying to figure out, if this is not a cancer, my brother, this right here, you see men. If this is not a cancer, what is? If the heterosexual black man who likes women, who likes to, you know what I'm saying, have sexual intercourse with a woman, if we're the problem, if we're a cancer, what does that make this right here is what I'm
That's what you call a soft. Those are 4 black men that should be 4 husbands. Those are 4 black men that should be fathers. But we know due to their lifestyle, we're not gonna get any children out of them. And if we do get children out of them, they're putting a black woman's health at risk because they dibble and dabble, man.
And see, and
2 of them men probably be bisexual, man. I'm just keeping it a buck. I can tell 2 of them have dibbled and dabbled with black women or some type of woman.
and listen, here's my thing. Here's my thing, bro, with this right here. My thing with this is I'm like you. If you're gonna be gay, just be all the way gay. That way, when you catch whatever you catch, it's between you and the male partners. But when you start being gay, and 1 minute I feel like a woman, and the next minute I feel like a man, and I want to go lay with women, that's the problem that our women have.
Absolutely.
Don't get me wrong. As a man, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna make mistakes. As a man, what's the worst that we're gonna do in terms of sex? We're going to
cheat. I mean, but the thing is, if we cheat, that's the worst thing that a man can do in a woman's eye. I'm gonna say cheat and maybe have a baby on the side. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, we're not going back from male to woman and putting our health at risk. You know what I'm saying? You know, they say, well, you stepping out, she can catch it. But well, stats show that gay men have a higher rate or a higher chance of contracting HIV versus the straight. This is actual data.
We don't even need data, because when you're a man and you're trying to pretty much do the same thing that a man and woman does, you have to make something that can't be, which is you're finna have to try and penetrate something in a man from a man that you're not supposed to do. So we know automatically, eventually, when you keep doing that thing that's unnatural, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna cause certain things in your body we used to call it the dookie shooter. Man, is that what you like? Down here in the South, what you doing going up in a man's dookie shooter? That's where trash comes from. Nothing is supposed to go in there. When you talking about it, ain't nothing supposed to go up in a man's ass. It's only supposed to come out.
And another thing, Twid, when we try to eradicate masculinity, what you're also doing, you're killing our warrior class. Black women who can actually stand up for you, because that's sissy. You mean to tell me that sissy that's saying that black man is a problem? Is he really trying to fight white supremacy? Absolutely.
Bro, listen. Black women, if you're a black woman, if you hear or you see, let's just say the enemy, some white boys, even black men, whoever coming against you, I assure you, this is not going to be your protector. This is not going to be your provider, protector. It's not going to be your anything. But yet and still, he declares that heterosexual black men like you and I are the cancer of our community. Man, I like women. I like my wife. I like sex. I got kids. How are you going to tell me I'm a cancer to my community? And me and you, we're the reason our community exists. When you die, guess what? Your kids are gonna make grandkids. Their kids are gonna make more kids. And your legacy, your last name Carter,
yes, sir,
is gonna live on. Guess what won't live on? This won't live.
That's different. Imagine if one of them are the only child.
Man, it's over. It's over.
I'm gonna have to really give a deep dive and get people to understand this. When you choose your lifestyle over your legacy and your bloodline, man, that's a direct disrespect to your father and your mother and God, man. You say, man, you're a selfish individual when you say it's all about my life. Damn, my bloodline. I know I'm the only child. I ain't gonna get my mama and my dad no grandbabies. It's all about me. Can I just be happy? Once you die out, it's over.
But bro, that's the problem, because the black church will allow Jamal Bryant, he will look at this right here, and guess what? He will say, we all have sinned and fall short of God's glory. That's what he will say when he look at this picture.
Well, he's a homosexual, you know, so I can get him saying that. You know, come on, man.
Well, he needs to stop. I don't know why he marrying these women. You know what I'm saying? Why don't he just come on out like Eddie Long? I guess the most I gonna have to put the cover out for.
Well, because he understands that women need an idol worship. They need, you know, when they in that church, they done heard about it. When they sitting up there, they praying that one day that he's going to make him the first lady.
Hey, that's hard hitting on that one. I agree. They need, talking about our women, they need an idol worship. And you know what? What they really need, and we're gonna have to talk about this eventually. What they really need that they don't want, bro, is a covering.
Come on, man.
But the only person that can cover the black woman, that's supposed to cover the black woman, is the black man.
Absolutely.
My wife, whenever she goes somewhere, she asks me where she going, or she tells me if she want to do something like stay. She asks me, you know what I'm saying, to see what I want, or to see what type of, you know what I'm saying, feedback I'm gonna give her. Why? Because she understands that this is my covering. She don't fight my covering.
Come on now.
See, our women have been taught that it's okay for you, you know what I'm saying, to have your own mind. Well, how can two walk together except they be agreed? Your wife is most of how you feel. Your wife's supposed to feel the same way. Why? Because we got the same name. I got with you because, you know what I'm saying, we align ourselves with a lot of the same things. So you don't need your own mind. We need to have one mind.
See the thing, Twid, the problem with a lot of our women, they don't want that covering until they need that covering. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, see, they like gay men to sit up there and tickle their and tell them how powerful they is. These black men are just hating on you, jealous. You know, when we look at the real data and the stats, black women overall don't make more than black men. Because you educated don't mean nothing. When we look at the data, black women have more depth than black men because they got all this education they can't do anything with. See, I do the real numbers and data.
Exactly.
Black people owe 188% more student loan debt 4 years out of their white counterparts. Who are the majority of black people you think they're talking about?
Yeah, and that's true, brother, because even the ones that do make more money, they don't know what to do with it. I did a podcast a few weeks ago called The Man Tax. If you're a woman and you don't have a man, guess what? There's a thing called the man tax, where if you need somebody to mow your yard, you're gonna have to pay a man to do it if you don't have a man. Fix your plumbing, a man is gonna have to do it or pay for it if you don't have a man. You got something wrong with my wife, her car battery just ran dead a few months ago, $200. She didn't have to pay a man tax because she's got a man who went ahead and paid for it. So for all these women who make more money than us, if you don't have a man,
they not making no money. See, when we do real data, that's it. Like I tell people, I specialize in data, numbers, and analytics. When we look at the real data, only 0.8% of all women, not just black women, but all women make over 100,000 a year. And at that 0.8%, how many of them do you think are black women? Because we already know white women make up 60% of DEI hires and leadership roles and positions.
Yes, sir.
8%. How many do you think are actually black women? It's going to be white women, Asian women, and black women and Hispanic women fighting for third place. That's just the reality. So, and then we're talking about, you know, with men, only a little bit over 17% of all men make over 100,000 a year. So all this stuff about black women are doing so well and doing so good, when we look at the real data and look at the real numbers, we're looking at exceptions to the rule. Y'all taking exceptions to the rule and putting them on this big old poster. But behind that exception to the rule, we see a whole bunch of black women that's on Section 8. We see a bunch of black women that are struggling, living paycheck, can't even get a damn apartment because they don't make the enough amount to that's why we see right now. This is what we're seeing in America right now. We're seeing a lot of black women who don't even qualify because they're single. Their income, they got to be 3 times of what their income is, and they're not able to get it.
Brother, and we're not even talking about the elephant in the room. We're not talking about the ones who are shaking their ass for some cash. You got women out there really going from man to man. See, they're trying to play that same game. Got a man over here, a man over there. You got a lot of women out there that's got different men paying their bill.
Come on now.
We ain't gonna talk about that part. But when you look at the numbers that you just talked about, as for black women, you really can't afford not to have a covering. You can't. AI is about to really in the next 2 years make women, put it like this, AI is gonna show women what they're really made of. Simple as that. Why? Because you see what's going on. You just saw Spirit Airlines, I think 17,000, I think it was 17,000 people that worked Spirit Airlines, and they just filed bankrupt. So that's 17,000 people gone, right?
Yes, sir. It's happening now. I mean, just look at the 300 and some thousand black women who lost their job last year in 2025. Yep. These are office jobs. These are jobs and careers that black women have are so-called educated holding. And
Exactly.
I like to deal with just let's just take those 300,000 black women. How many of those 300,000 black women do you think are single? How many of those black women that are single, how many do you think are homeowners? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And how many of them think actually lost their homes due to that because you don't have a man in the house? That little 40,000 that you talking about, you like that 50,000, that 60,000, it can really come in handy right now. You know.
Man, you better believe it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and we're not beating down black women, but the same way we like to do with men and our women is evaluate the errors of our society. See, I am of the belief that if we don't sweep around our own front door as black people, we can't say nothing about what everybody else is doing. We can't. So black man, what are you doing? Black woman, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna point my finger at the white man and the Asian man and all these other nations of people. But first, I'm gonna point my finger at us. And right now, the us problem that we have is that we're okay as a community. We're okay with this right here, and we shouldn't be.
It's safe, and it doesn't challenge any type of power. It doesn't challenge the gay power. It doesn't challenge the matriarchy power in the black community. It doesn't challenge white supremacy. So of course you're gonna be okay with that.
Exactly. That part right there, brother. I totally agree. Well, family, anything else you want to say, my brother?
No, man, we wrapped it all up, man, within a little bit under an hour, man. We bring so much, man. I love how we give you so much compact information in such a short period of time.
I want to thank everybody for viewing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And family, until next time, as I always say, all praises to the Most High.